Welcome, everybody. I'm Jeff Scarlatta from Beyond the Range, and we also have on the call today with us again is retired U.S. Marshal Charlie Moore. Charlie, welcome to the call.
Hey, Jeff, thanks for the opportunity to be here. Looking forward to the call today.
Yeah, actually, this call is pretty much all about you. So, we've been doing some training and stuff for about 7 or 8 years now, at the time of this video. And I always love the fact of when you're coming into town, and you're going to be coming up in August, which is about 7 weeks from the time of us making this video. Sure. And we have a full weekend of classes you're going to be doing. Well, we're going to come back and talk about each one, but Friday night, we're going to be doing a low light. We're going to use a flashlight and a little bit of room clearing for civilians.
That's correct.
Saturday morning, we're going to be doing weapon retention. Saturday afternoon, we're going to be having you as a guest instructor as part of my reality check. Sunday morning, you have a level 1 live fire, and then Sunday afternoon, you have a level 2 live fire.
That's right.
So you better be ready. You're going to be busy that weekend.
Yeah, so, we love getting together and sharing this information, this valuable, potentially life-saving information with all the folks up there in Central New York. So I'm looking forward to the trip again. It's been far too long, I think. So appreciate all these opportunities.
I got to tell you, last time you came up last year, we were doing shooting out of vehicles and shooting around vehicles and under vehicles. And people are still talking about that to this day. They're like, I would have never thought of learning to do anything like that without this opportunity. So, but I wanted to do this call because like anybody that's in the firearms, you always hear the majority of the interest is based on live fire.
Sure.
And they feel that if it's not doing live fire, then what am I really learning? And I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit because you and I have talked about this, and you feel like I do that people get good at shooting at the range, they get good at shooting targets, but it only takes them so far for a real life situation. Now, obviously, you can never like practice a real life situation because you can never get to that level, but there are ways to get close to it. And just shooting at the targets maybe gets you to that base level, but never takes you any further. And I relate it to martial arts training. A lot of people with pad training, learn to hit the pads really well, but when it's time to actually spar and have somebody throwing something different at you or something that you're not used to, people don't know how to deal with that. So in drill, targets are fine, but in reality, targets are not going to help you defend yourself. And I think with shooting, the basics of target shooting and live fire teaches the fundamentals, teaches you how to manipulate the firearm, how to deal with reloads, how to deal with anything that maybe fails with it, or misfeed or anything like that. So I think we're definitely on the same page, but I want to talk about each individual class that we have coming up. All right. So before we go to any class, you want to throw anything in there about
No, Jeff, just to reiterate or to dovetail off of what you were saying is live fire is certainly a invaluable, if you will, training tool, training method. But to me, and I just had this discussion at the training center today, it's a real way to learn how to function the tool. But we're trying to give people the opportunity through the classes we're about to discuss, the workshops we're going to have, to not only function the tool or function with the replicated tool in their hand, but the ability to add the environment, the stressors, the unconventional platforms, the close proximity that you just couldn't, in all common sense, safely do live fire.
Right.
Just because of the nature of the beast. And, when you talk about the martial arts community that we're both, involved in heavily, is most range work, most live fire work is linear in nature just because of the safety issues. And if you had a fighter like that, he or she probably wouldn't be at the top ranking because there's no angular work. So that's why you and I got together and want to offer the people up there in Central New York these other workshops that we're going to talk about. So this is a great opportunity. I appreciate being on the call with you.
Hey, we're excited for this. So, another good point on that, a lot of people that as we're teaching them firearms or even teaching them like self-defense in the martial arts, people are like, well, when the time comes, I'll be able to do it. People think that they're going to rise to the level that it's expected or needed, but in reality, they're going to fall to their level of training. Right. And if your level of training is only taking you so far, you're not going to be able to rise to the occasion.